Good old TJ.
Konnichiwa, News Squad, your boy guy. Back with another reaction video. And today, you guys, we are on Vinny Tube's channel. We haven't done a video from him in a minute. Last one we did was the top fate series fights, or like the top hand-to-hand combat from Naruto. I forgot which one it was, but it was one of those. We haven't done one of those in a minute, but it actually did really good on the channel. I don't know why I haven't like came back to doing some of his top 10s and everything like that, because he has like a lot of anime top 10s like that I do want to check out. Like one of the, like this one right here, for example, the top 10 most anticipated new anime of 2021. So obviously we're in 2020, and we're literally a month away from like, well, actually 2 months away, because December then January. So yeah, we're 2 months away from 2021. So obviously, why would you not want to see like what's like? Oh, would I not want to see like what's, you know, the new anime that's coming out, like the 10 most anticipated anime? It might be some ones I've already been watching, just the next season or something like that that's coming out. Because I'm trying to see, maybe we might see Demon Slayer and probably like, oh yeah, Demon Slayer is like one other anime I forgot has been on like a hiatus for like a little bit. Hopefully Dragon Ball Z, like Dragon Ball Super, like another season of it, like a new season. We'll see though. So without further ado, guys, like, subscribe on the video, and let's get right into this. Also as well, originally will be in the description down below. First link. All right, play.
Is it too early to look forward to 2021? Apparently not. Just look at the channel's videos.
Shaman
and you can have that
King.
feeling that I, along with everyone else, is ready
I can't wait for the
kiss
new
this
Shaman
chaotic
King.
year goodbye and keep an optimistic outlook for the year to come. Which is
Facts.
a shame, because I honestly
Big
think
facts,
that
Vinny.
as far as anime is concerned, 2020 has been a pretty decent year. However, most of
Yes,
the shows
man.
that I really like this year are sequels, and part of me
Are some of
thinks
them
that
gonna
we
be coming
should
to
be judging
Netflix?
a year by its non-sequels. So here we go,
Cool.
the top 10 most anticipated shows for 2021, and I intentionally didn't include sequels in this one. Remakes? Well, we'll have quite a number of them. Supernatural perils
Looks
with
good.
his sister. Joining them
Animation
in
looks
their
crispy.
adventures is a veterinarian friend who seems to be more than meets the eye. Tokyo Babylon was...
ここに1枚のプレートがある。
The remakes just keep coming this year with the next 2021 title,
I've-
Spriggan.
I've-
Nope,
I've
this
heard
isn't
of this
a fantasy
before.
story about mythical creatures, despite what the title might suggest at first glance. This is why I was surprised when I first checked the title out and saw that Spriggan is actually more of a military title, and what an engaging one it seems to be. The legendary Noah's Ark has apparently been found in Turkey. Such a legendary artifact would be a hot commodity, and the Americans are on the way to grab hold of it in the name of global supremacy. However, standing in their way is the special organization called Spriggan. Anime teams up with Gene, but their mission isn't an easy one. Nothing's ever easy if it requires overcoming the psionic powers of the
It's like an
American
old
government,
school
Google,
animation
Pentagon, or
style.
Spriggan, who will come out on top. So who's up for some sci-fi military action this 2021? This title was actually a late 90s movie, and the themes really showed. Nonetheless, I'm curious as to how the story
Yeah,
will
you tell
unfold
this came from
time
the
as a
90s. Look at the
two-episode
aesthetics of
ONA.
it.
Despite having no exact release date yet, we should be getting something soon enough.
スプリガンという
You know, we coming to Netflix. Spriggan. Okay. Eden Zero.
Ah, Eden Zero.
Oh,
Okay, I'll give
Eden Zero,
everyone
my
a few
bad.
seconds to laugh at the designs that look like fusions of fairy tale characters and make jokes on Mashima recycling characters. You done? Okay?
Y'all about to say, wait, is
To be
this
fair, I
fairy
think
tale? It's like
Eden
just like
Zero
fairy
gets
tale. Am I
overlooked more
tripping?
than it deserves to be.
Gray,
We know that the character designs have a lot to do with
Natsu.
it, but having read the manga,
Like, what
I think
the-
that it's a pretty decent
Lucy?
series in its own right. Eden Zero tells of a space adventure starring Shiki Grambel. Having lived his life amongst machines, Rebecca and Happy appear. Yep, that's right. Marking
There's
the
a,
first
like,
time human
what?
presence comes into Grambel Kingdom in a century. Things start getting dangerous, and Shiki has to take to the skies and explore the world beyond with his new friends. If you enjoyed Fairy Tail, you're sure to like this one. If not, please give it a try. I admit it feels the same at times, but I think that Eden Zero gives a nice twist to the usual fantasy world.
Why does these guys look just like the people in Fairy Tail? So weird. That's weird.
Cult classic Uzumaki is finally getting an anime adaptation, and it's coming this 2021. Is it just me, or is this one of the most popular horror manga recently? Even now, I still see some discussion on it, and I still see the physical copies of the manga in my local bookstores. The staying power is just amazing, considering Uzumaki is a 90s manga in a genre that's not exactly too mainstream in the anime and manga world. Then again, can you expect anything less from the master of horror himself, Junji Ito? Uzumaki tells of a
Uzumaki
town
as
that's
a
been
horror
plagued with with a curse. It's a curse involving spirals, something that Kyrielight seems to take note of. After all, the curse strikes near to her, afflicting her father, who sets off a series of horrific events, often involving spirals and snails. Still wondering what the hype's all about for Uzumaki? Well, 2021 is your friend, and you can finally see what the talk is all about. Tokyo Revengers joins the fray this 2021, and it's our next entry.
Okay, I like this. Okay, yeah.
Well, it's one of those time travel plots again, and this time we get it with a dash of gang warfare. It didn't take too long, but 2017's Tokyo Revengers will be getting its much-awaited anime adaptation in 2021. What is it about, you might ask? Well, it's about some
I kind of like
guy
this
named
anime
Nakamichi
art style.
Hanagaki. Things aren't looking too good for him, but the downward spiral continues when he finds out that his ex-girlfriend Hinata has been murdered by the notorious Tokyo Manji gang. As luck would have it, he finds himself traveling through time, 12 years in the past to be specific, when he was still in a relationship with the girl. Realizing that he can still save Hinata, Takemichi decides to join the ranks of the Tokyo Manji and find a way to rewrite the future and rescue her from such a cruel fate. Now, here's a unique twist to the change the past route of anime storytelling. Having read the manga, I know that it would only be a matter of time before Tokyo Revengers will get an anime adaptation, and I honestly think that this will be the sleeper hit of the season.
The sleeper, okay.
You get a remake,
Talk to me nicely,
you
Vinny.
get a remake, everyone gets a remake. Shaman King is
Shaman
our
King,
next entry on the
yes,
list.
man. Yes, I cannot wait for this. Man.
We've
I love
officially
watching
cocked it
this
at
back
3
in the
remakes
day
so
on
far,
the Fox
and
Box.
This is the biggest and most recognizable one by far. Shaman King, after nearly 2 decades, is finally set for a remake this 2021 that looks to set the course right after what happened in the 2000 series. This time, the series is marketed as being one that will follow a manga, something that the original series failed to do after around 20 episodes in. I dare say Shaman King is one of the pioneers in the whole supernatural battle manga genre. You see, every 500 years, one such tournament is held which pits shamans against each other in a tournament where its winners get the power to reshape the world as they choose. Our protagonist, the carefree and easygoing Yo Asakura, finds himself becoming partners with the ghost of a samurai, and in the process begins his foray into the shaman fight and the world of the spirits, looking to claim victory and becoming Shaman King. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who has this title as a childhood favorite, and I really wonder how it matches up now in 2021. After all, the anime landscape has changed
Part of my childhood right here.
in the span of 2 decades. Ironically,
Wave is a remake. What about you guys?
About
Something like in the
change
video,
and
let me know.
adapting to the times.
Or
With
comment down below,
Shaman
let me
King's
know you
remake
guys are
being
ready for
success,
Shaman King.
Time will tell.
I was doing my birthday month.
We head
How about
close
that?
to the top 3 territory with the number 4 entry on the list, The Way of the House Husband. Now, this is a rather late edition, but the hype is real. When it got announced just recently, I can clearly recall a lot of my friends getting so excited. Now, what is the series all about, and why is everyone so looking forward to it? Immortal Tatsu is a name that's long struck fear in the hearts of both the law and criminals alike. However, he disappeared and re-emerged as a house husband. Having given up the path of violence, he decides to turn his life around as an honest house husband. Now, we all know where this is headed, and Tatsu finds himself overwhelmed by the new battlefield that he stumbles upon.
You're about to say, like,
Misunderstandings,
it's no way
comedy
it's gonna
hijinks, and run-ins with his
stay the
former
same
peers
the
follow
whole
him
way. No
as he
way.
tries to adapt to his new life. Now, I can already see why so many people are looking forward to this. The synopsis alone provides so many opportunities for comedy, endless laughs, and truly entertaining moments.
神なる力は芳醇なる糧力を失いしかの者に再び立ち上がる力を与え
Third in our most anticipated list is the one and only isekai that we'll feature this time, Mushoku Tensei. Yes,
Mushoku
novel
Tensei?
readers rejoice. The much awaited
Mushoku
Mushoku
Tensei? I
Tensei
think my
is making its
cousin
way to
or my
television
friend
this
told me about this
2021, and
one.
I'm with you on the hype train. The isekai wave doesn't seem to be stopping
Yeah, because
anytime
that
soon, but along
name
the way,
is
it's
familiar
given us
to
some
me.
really cool shows like Shield Hero and ReZero. Mushoku Tensei is nothing like them. I think that Mushoku Tensei is more focused on excellent world building and character redemption. Instead of catching the attention of people with its unique plot, it focuses more on the things that I'm not sure can translate well in anime formats. Of course, much of the standards and tropes that plague the genre find their home in Mushoku Tensei. You have the truckun thing, you have the reincarnation thing, and you have the guy who finds himself a prodigy in the new world even as a young boy. Oh, and he's a complete pervert too. Nevertheless, if the novel readers are to be believed, Mushoku
It wouldn't be
Tensei
anime
is
without
really
the
a lot
perverts,
better
you know what I'm
than you'd expect
saying?
from other titles
Kirby
in the
Sage,
genre. Something
Uriah.
that's become so
Know what I'm saying?
homogenized,
Master
this
Rushing.
genre sure is finding ways of innovating and getting better and better in small, steady steps. For our second place, we have To Your Eternity.
それは初め9だった
What does it mean to live? What does it mean to be human? These are some questions that we have trouble answering, but what about from the lens of an alien organism? To Your Eternity tries to take a crack at it with its plot. An extraterrestrial being
What
finds
the
itself
heck?
landing on Earth with the ability to take over the
Never
form
mind.
of things near
You know
it.
what?
It
We
gains
ain't see that.
experience in doing so, and
We
while it
ain't see
starts
that.
off with lifeless beings, it soon takes the shape of animals and people. In particular, it finds itself taking the place of a boy in critical condition, and under this form, it goes on a journey seeking new opportunities and looking for other things that can only be experienced through a human lens. To Your Eternity has a lot of people waiting for it, and rightfully so, given its pedigree. After all, it's from the author who brought us A Silent Voice. It's too early to look at how things will unfold in 2021, but as far as I can see, this is probably one of the top contenders for the most artistic and emotional titles of the year.
So what's number one?
誰しも他人には見せない一面があるはずだ。
We finish up with the most anticipated new title this 2021, Horimiya. It's no surprise that Horimiya made it to this list, but it topping it? Well, it's a bit early, but it's by far one of the most anticipated rom-coms I've seen in a while. Everyone
Score,
can't
miss.
stop talking about it, so I checked out the manga after getting the blessing of my friends, and it is amazing. It's quite easy to summarize Horimiya. Two people who have hidden sides run into each other and start getting along. However, I think the Horimiya's strength lies in its premise, and you do have to actually read or watch it to see how much of a genius title it is. It never fails to give me laughs and an ample dose of fluff. Have we seen this set up a lot already? Yes. Nevertheless, as I just said now, Horimiya still manages to make it so exciting and entertaining. I'd say that the manga is surprisingly good as it goes on, but that would be doing it a disservice to the first parts of the manga, which I think are just great in their own right. I had a lot of fun reading this manga, and it just keeps getting better. I'm sure that rom-com fans will be waiting for a big treat like this in 2021.
ホリミヤ1月より放送開始。
Do you think that Horimiya deserves to be at the #1 spot on the list of
Alright, so
upcoming new anime this
guys, let me know in
2020?
the comments down below. Let me know what was your number one out of these. Your most anticipating. Like I say, for me, it is Shaman King, obviously, because like I say, I grew up with Shaman King when it first came out, like Foxbox and stuff like that. So I've been waiting on a Shaman King because it kind of felt like it wasn't finished anyway, and then they're saying that they're gonna actually follow the manga, which they never did. They did it like 20 episodes in, but like after that they said that it kind of like went to the wayside of like actually using like the original like content. I don't know why that was. I didn't even really think about that at the time like that when I was a kid. But let's see, guys, in the comments down below, what is your favorite anime off of this list that you're waiting on, or you can even rank them. Let me know. Comments down below. So leave a like on the video, share cool stuff, and also what the notification, make sure you click all so know that every time I make a future upload. With me and INCOG, I'm out. Peace.